Welcome your faces back to another video. This is episode 1 of my series, How to Make Food. Basically, in this video, we're going to be reacting to how tea is made, and we're going to be reacting to 2 videos. One is on the screen now, how it's made tea bags, and the other one I'll show you after this one. Alright, the video should be about 10 minutes long. Hopefully, I'm going to try and make it that long. But anyway, I hope you guys enjoy. Let's just get on with this video. Here we go. I've never watched
Sometimes you just can't beat a nice hot cup of tea.
It's true.
Nowadays, most of us make a brew with tea bags bought in a local supermarket. But tea starts life many thousands of miles away. India is one of the world's largest tea producers. The industry here employs nearly 1.5 million people. And in tea plantations like this one, workers pick the valuable leaves from March to October. The best parts of the plant for making a cuppa are the tip and the top leaves. These need to be processed while they're still fresh to ensure the best possible quality, so it's all done on site. First, the tea leaves are rolled. This breaks them down and releases the juices that give tea its flavour.
Nice.
The next step is fermentation. The broken leaves are laid out onto tables in a humid environment. This allows them to absorb oxygen, and they turn a copper brown colour.
Wow, that's a lot of tea. That right there, that was a lot of tea back there. Let me just see that. Oh my gosh, that must have took ages.
The tea is then sorted through a series of sieves. The different sizes affect how long the tea will need to be brewed for.
Yo, can you imagine getting your hand stuck in that thing, like this guy, right? And it just grinds your hand all the way down.
Now
That looks like tobacco, man.
tea has been preserved, it can be boxed up and sent to factories around the world, including here in Hamburg.
Hamburg! Oh yeah.
Tea from Indonesia, China and India arrive here ready to be blended into popular varieties by tea experts.
Tea experts.
In the testing room, a taster prepares hundreds of cups of tea every day, made with samples from each shipment. She carefully measures out exactly the same quantity of each variety, so she'll be able to compare them accurately.
Damn, look how many cups of tea she's got there. So if she tests every single one of them, that's got to take her a long time. That's got to. Who is she anyway? Is she a tea expert?
She also needs to use the same quantity of water and brew them for the same amount of time.
Yeah, that's got to take ages. If she's... Oh, that's got to take ages.
As tea lovers know, all of these factors affect the flavour and strength of a good cuppa.
Boom. It's like... She knows what she's doing.
After about 6 minutes, she strains off the tea leaves.
Why's she got so many pens on her apron?
And puts them to one side for further examination. This woman definitely knows her Darjeeling from her Assam.
Yeah, this woman definitely knows her Darjeeling from her Assam.
To become a taster, you have to train for a minimum of 5 years.
5 years? You have to train to taste tea for 5 years? I'd be like 2 years in, be like, why am I even like doing this? Like.
First, she inspects the leaves. She's judging them by their fragrance, size, colour and crispness. These tell her how good the quality of the leaves are, how well they've been dried, and
whoa, that definitely looks
ultimately,
like
if they'll...
That right there looks like seaweed.
...make a great cup of tea. Then, it's time for her to...
Just a quick sniff. Ooh, that one smells nice.
...get slurping. By quickly slurping the tea into her mouth, she also takes in a healthy...
Wait, hang on. Did she just spit that out? She not like that one?
Into her mouth, she also takes in a healthy...
She definitely spit that
gulp
out.
of oxygen. This aerates
Oh, why is she
the
spitting it
tea
out?
into a fine mist which travels over all of her taste buds.
It's pretty disgusting.
When she has made her assessment, the factory then creates its house blend from varying quantities of the different teas. This is packed up into tea bags and finally labelled.
I never knew how tea bags are made, so I guess this is how they're made. So many machines.
So the next time you're enjoying a fine brew, think of all the tasters out there spitting out tea so you don't have to.
Wow, great. Yeah, I'll think about that. You know, when I'm drinking a nice cup of tea, and I'll just think of someone spitting. That is the best thing, you know. Someone just spat in my tea. Oh, that's great. Well, that's the first video, boys. Second video, how to make... Yeah, this one.
Want to know how to make a cup of tea the British way? You're in luck. I've just put the kettle on.
Yay. I'm excited.
In the previous episode of Anglophenia, we shared some of the moments
Anglophenia.
in history that made tea an integral part of British culture.
Okay.
Now, I'm not saying that Americans don't love tea. You do,
No.
just not as we Brits know it. For starters, 85% of tea enjoyed in America is iced.
Ice.
In Britain,
Hang on, I like iced tea. My favourite is peach Lipton.
however, we need something a little warmer and stronger to get us through those cloudy, rainy, blustery, and generally
Hang on, blustery.
grey days. So join me as I show you how to make a proper cup of tea the British way. How to make the perfect cuppa. Brits take making a cup of tea pretty seriously. So much so that George Orwell even wrote an essay on
Who's George Orwell? Let me just search who George Orwell is. George Orwell, better known for his pen name, George Orwell, was an English novelist. I don't care. When did he die? 1950, way before I was born.
how to make the perfect cuppa.
Hang on. What's that noise? Alright, thank you.
Recent research says that in order to make the perfect cup of tea, you should use freshly boiled water, which in the UK usually comes from an electric kettle,
Electric
like this
kettle.
one.
Yes.
And that your tea should steep for around 2 to 5 minutes, depending on personal preference.
Wow, look at that
Also,
tea.
we put milk in our tea.
No way.
The milk in tea conundrum. Milk first, then tea, or tea, then milk. With 98% of us drinking our tea with milk, this is a pretty crucial point, and a question that has troubled our nation for a really long time.
Okay guys, leave in the comments if you have your tea with milk or without milk.
But don't panic. Scientists at University College London have finally worked it out.
Yay.
They say that tea made in a cup should have the milk added after the
Added
water,
after
so
the
that it doesn't interfere with the brewing process. But if the tea is made in a pot, then the milk should be added first. Finally, I've had so many sleepless nights over that one.
Oh god, you're sad.
Which reminds me, what's your favourite cup of tea?
I don't know, what is my favourite?
Whilst green and herbal teas have seen a recent rise in popularity in the UK, and some of us, like myself, prefer a cup of Earl Grey, you should usually
Earl
expect to be
Grey.
offered a cup of English breakfast tea, which is a blend of black teas and remains the most popular. We're also rather smitten with tea bags when making tea at home, although you will find loose leaf tea served in restaurants and hotels. Making a cup of tea isn't as simple as you'd think, and you should be prepared to answer some of the following questions.
Okay.
Do you like a builder's brew? That's extra strong tea with milk and sugar. It's called this because it's how all builders and...
Do you just see that? That tea, box of tea moved. That blue one right in the middle, watch this.
Extra strong tea with milk and
No way, that just moved.
sugar. It's called this because it's how all builders and tradesmen, in fact anybody doing anything to your house, takes their tea. Maybe don't offer one to the burglar though.
No, don't.
Maybe
listen to
you're
the
a
baby.
white without kind of chap.
You calling me a white chap? Huh? No, I'm joking.
Milk, but no sugar. Do you prefer your tea loose leaf or in a tea bag? Dunking. Dunking is the art of dipping a
Hang on. Are they teaching us how to dunk a biscuit in a cup of tea?
biscuit, which is what we call a less sweet cookie like this one, into your tea. Recent research has found that the best
She's assuming that American people gonna watch this.
dunking biscuit is a rich tea biscuit, and that the chocolate ones are even better. Personally, I
To fetch one of these bad boys. A rich tea biscuit. Right, let's play.
love a digestive biscuit. And yes, despite the off-putting name, these are actually really rather delicious and brilliant for dunking. That is so good.
Is
And
it?
trust me, American cookies don't work in this scenario. They literally crumble under the
Whoa!
heat.
She just got an American cookie out of nowhere. Now I can't do that.
So don't even go there.
What was that? Don't even go there.
Whether it's black, green or herbal, loose-leafed or in a tea bag, hot or iced, with milk or without, 3 sugars or none, I think we can all agree that the best cup of tea is when it's made by someone else. Oh, thank you.
Oh, thank you. Oh, thank you. Oh, thank you.
For me. We'd love to know how you take your tea. Let us know in the comments or...
Right, okay. That's all done. That's how tea's made and how you make tea the English way. So, thank you so much for watching. Hope you enjoyed episode 1. Episode 2 out soon. Like, subscribe, comment down below what you thought. Also, comment down below your favourite tea. Myself, it's Lipton iced tea, peach flavour. It's really good in a can. Oh, that's the best. It's the best. Oh yeah. So, thanks for watching. My name's Josh Robinson.